see what we got going on. It looks a little quiet. Let's see if I can do something about that. There we go. How about that? Let's see. Oh my God, what's up with the glitching? God damn it, you guys. I don't, oh my God. I don't know if that's affecting the stream or not, but it definitely is in my monitor. So let me, sorry. We got hacked today. So we're a little bit frazzled. I'm a lot of frazzled. Actually, it was pretty nightmarish. I'll tell you guys all about it in just a second. Let's see here. Just to make sure I'm not talking to myself. I hope somebody's here live. Nope. God damn it. Just let me know if the audio's okay because I can't check it. I'm going to go ahead and assume that it is, I guess. Just to make sure I'm not talking to myself. Sorry. We got hacked today. No, so the audio is all fucked up, isn't it? Let's see. To let me know if all right, I guess it got better. Sorry about that, you guys. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but earlier today, I was just working and I got logged out of everything all of a sudden. I was like, what the fuck just happened? And then my phone rang, and it was like this Kenyan dude or something, you know, and he's like, how you doing? And I was like, probably fine. And he's like, good? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, well, actually, I fucked that up because he's like, how you doing? And I was like, good. And he's like, good, huh? You know, like you were, but you're not finna be in a second. Now it says no data. Are you serious? Looks fine to me. I don't know, you guys, what messages to take seriously. Like, whether my accounts have been hacked, whether my bank account's about to get drained, I have no idea. But I do know that the work that I've been doing in my life and on this channel over the last 46 years and the last 7 years, respectively, is being validated in a lot of crazy ways. And that's also kind of unfortunate because some of it has to do with Babylon impediments, you know. Their dissonance is structural, and that is a point of vibrational contention for us, you know. But we have to look at entropy and the relationship of chaos and order, and how, you know, this is always happening. It's always happening. There's always this interplay of dynamic opposites that are generating a third thing of a higher nature. So we just know we're part of that process, and that so far, like, you know, could be heuristic bias getting the better of us. But so far, the overwhelming majority of these interactions seem to work in favor of the creative force. Let's see what I can do. That didn't help either, did it? Hold on, let me see. Maybe if I turn off this compressor. Oh, nope. Shit, how about this one? Nope. Guys, I have no idea what to do. Let me check my control panel. Sorry. God, I really had something to say tonight, too. Like I said, it's that situation earlier today was a fucking nightmare. And we were in the middle of a lot of other stressful situations already. So let's see. This is normal. This is not right. There it goes, right? Oh, ho, 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 look at that. I think we might have got, nope. Son of a bitch. Let's try disabling something. There we go. Does that help? Yeah, okay. I think that did it. Good, guys. Anyways, where the fuck was I? Something about entropy and balancing opposites. I feel like I could be a lot more useful right now, too, if it wasn't for the certain dissonance from my practical matters in life, you know what I mean? I am overcoming the health stuff, which is nice, but there's all this residual dissonance that needs to go the fuck away rapidly, because I need to be a clear antenna, as do you guys. And I guess what I'm here babbling about tonight is that I'm really hoping to be able to encourage you guys to participate with me in this thing that I have going. And you know, I realize that optimizing a human society to the extent that we're all like planning our fucking government meetings in like synchronization with the oscillations of golden ratio fucking brainwaves, you know what I mean? Like, it is the future. I promise you that, or we're doomed. You know what I mean? That's where things are heading. But beyond a doubt, I can demonstrate like paranatural or parapsychological phenomena is legit. You know, I can do that. And this is really important because that kind of points us in the direction of listening to the collective goal state, you know. And we can also establish beyond a shadow of a doubt that there is a better system that is readily available and obvious to us, and that the only reason that the elites are not implementing it is because it does not serve their purposes. Like, that's the only logical conclusion to come to. This is such an easy argument to make at this point, you know, and I mean, you guys have seen like what I can do in terms of proof, you know what I mean? I know I haven't necessarily explained a lot of it as well as I know I could have, because a lot of it exists, like I understand in my mind, you know what I mean? Like, I have pictorial, you know, almost like animations of everything. And so when I feed something to AI and it's like, yep, you know what I mean? Like, it's easy for me to understand. And I realize that sometimes I leave maybe gaps and shit conceptually. So if you guys notice that shit, please let me know. If you see any issues with anything that need to be addressed, you know what I mean, questions that need answered, please help me refine all of this. If you happen to be a fucking computer scientist or something, get your ass to work, you know what I mean? Tell me what tell me what it is that I need to do in terms of like computational power for this thing. And of course, I'm, you know, badgering the hell out of the AI about all this, trying to get some clarity and precision. And like, actually, like, I would really like to make a workable model and present it like nice and clean through an account that has nothing to do with me. You know what I mean? That's another thing I want to put out to you guys. I've considered like putting my content out on another channel, which would require somebody out there being willing to repost it in one of their accounts and connect it to their own bank account and not mine. And then if it did take off, I would just trust you to give me half or something. I don't know. It doesn't even matter. I don't even care. Rip me off. Go ahead. You know what I mean? I just really want to get the stuff out there. And I have a feeling that if it's formatted correctly and like just punted out there unobstructed, it just might fly. You know? So I realize like I've got to not be like green-lipped and weird and cussing a lot, you know what I mean? Like, but we can handle all that. You know, I've even considered like maybe a nice smooth AI narrator and all that bullshit. You know, I mean, I don't know if that's really the way to go for us though, because we're trying to come from a place of authenticity, right? So yeah, basically, this is a clarion call from my exhausted ass to you guys. This is it, man. They're not playing. Like this Antifa thing, I'm about to stream about it, but let you know what's up in case you don't know. Now you know. Antifa is not really an organization. It's just a movement, and there's no leader. There's no centralized power. It's not an organization. They're calling it an organization. It was probably started by the fucking feds, and they're doing it so that they can label it a terrorist organization. I predicted this years ago, by the way. Any idiot that understands propaganda could have predicted this. But once they've been labeled a terrorist organization, anyone that has anything to do with them, anyone that gets PayPal'd $5 for gas or something, anybody that's been labeled part of this organization is arrestable under the Patriot Act and basically disappearable. They've always hated the left, and they're going to get rid of them. You know what I mean? Like, this is real. It's gotten this bad. And if we don't somehow manage to get the fucking word out, then we lost. We might have already, but it still seems like there's a fighting chance. You know what I mean? But that's what they're doing. Don't get it fucked up. On September 22nd, I think, or 25th or something, they officially declared Antifa a terrorist organization, even though it's not even an organization. It's just the left. You know what I mean? So there's no more time to fucking play around. This is it. This is all, y'all. Unite or we bound to motherfucking fall. I gotta keep it short tonight because we have just had an immensely fucking stressful day, and I'm trying to recuperate by playing some music, doing a music stream tonight. And I thought, in case you guys couldn't tell, that it would be wise to slug down a little bit of San Pedro, and I'm kind of regretting the second shot. But, with psychedelics and music, it goes one of two ways. Either playing like a god and lighting up people's third eyes, or just staring blankly at the camera and wishing it would go away. It could definitely go either way for me. I'm definitely exhausted, and it's a weird place to be. I'm super fired up because I'm realizing that, like, all this imposter syndrome that I've struggled with, and all these. You guys know the story. You followed me probably if you're here. Like, it was nice to find out about the Mensa certification, and then realize that these downloads were real. And when it all kind of led to this latest development, it kind of felt like my life was like, oh, well, this is what it was about, clearly. But I also have like more obstacles than I've ever had before. And if you think about my formulas, not my formulas, but how I describe the formulas, that makes perfect sense that that's how it would be, but that doesn't mean we like it when we find ourselves caught up in the middle of it. So anyways, love you guys, and thank you for supporting. Contact me if you have any thoughts about, what the fuck to do, because I'm all ears.